Okay, let's take a look at AUDUSD 15 minute. I can see a bearish bat forming here, so let's take a look at the construction. First thing that needs to be looked at when you're hunting around for harmonic patterns is either a longish uptrend or a longish downtrend, and we can see a downtrend here. We need to look for a retracement back into that downtrend. So we pull our Fibbo tool up on this downtrend and draw from the top down to the bottom and look for a retracement. We can see a retracement here around the 50%, and it's also actually stopped exactly at the 50% here. But if we were to take, for example, this one here as being our first point of interest. So we now have possibly the first half of the pattern. So we just pull off the Fibonacci tool and pop on a triangle to mark out the first part of the pattern. So now we'll just set up the correct labelling on this first half. So the first point will be the X point, followed by the A point, and then follow that by the B point. We now need to figure out if our possible C point falls within the correct retracement of AB to give us a back construction. So pop on a Fibonacci between A and B, and you can see that the price turned at 78.6 retracement of the AB leg. Now the rules for a bat are that the C point must be 38.2 to 88.6, so this C point falls in the required construction to become a bat pattern. Okay, so let's remove this Fibonacci tool for now. So you can see we now have our C point. I'm just going to put a triangle in here. We don't yet know our D point, so I'm just going to do A to there, B to there, and I'm just going to put the D up there for now, because we're going to try and figure that out with Fibonacci in 1 second. Let's just put the C in here like that. There's our C point. Now the D point, in other words the place that you actually put the trade in, has a couple of parameters that you need to look at. First one is 88.6% retracement of XA. So let's take a look at that. Okay, let's draw down using our Fibonacci tool from X to A to find this first point, this 88.6. There it is there. 88.6 comes up to here. Now the next parameter that you need to add is the extension of the BC point, which must be between 1.618 and 2.618 maximum. So let's firstly remove the Fibonacci tool from the XA leg and put the Fibonacci tool between B and C to find the extension points. You can see there's the 1.618, so that's falling before the 88.6, which is good, and there's the 2.618 extension of the BC leg up here. So I'm going to put a horizontal line just up there on that 2.618 and remove the Fibonacci tool. Okay, now we can just add our D point to the chart here to complete the pattern. So that's the pattern completed on the chart. Now the next question is, how would you actually trade this pattern? Well, obviously you're going to be looking for short positions down from the D point. Your stop will be above 105.795, and the interesting thing is, if you put a support or resistance indicator on this chart, you will see that the D point is pretty much at daily resistance, which is 105.611. So it might be a good place to try a sell trade down from the D point. You've got a stop loss here of, if you use that top red line, of around about 20 pips. So at the minimum you want to be aiming for at least 20 pips, probably down to the C point here, which is around 60 pips.